Hi, I think you know me, John Nelms, but there's a fellow you don't know. That's Rayan Silie here, and I want to introduce you to him. I'm getting old, about to hit 70, and I still have energy, but not stable in my feet like I used to be. I need help. Those of you who come down here before know how large our ministry is growing. Every place you see around here is where we or a friend of ours has started a church. Even high up in those mountains, in the peaks covered by the clouds, we have a church up there. A few years ago, I started praying to the Lord and asking Him to please send somebody here to help us in this ministry. I'm only here 3 months out of the year, and it needs somebody 12 months. We got a huge ministry growing here now. We're just starting 2 more feeding centers in the last month, one amongst the Tulipan Indians of all places. They've practically made us honorary Tulipanes, so they've opened up their entire reservation to us. So God has just magnificently opened the doors. I cannot do it on my own. I need help. Ryan went with me to Pakistan, had a tremendous ministry over there. Now he's been here 7 times and now moving his family down. This last 2 months I've been here, he's been with me as we've started these 2 new feeding centers, evangelized. He's had some of his converts to be baptized already. And then he's done something I haven't seen done yet down here. And this is why I know he's the right one. Those of you who have been to Bartolo and other churches realize that a lot of times we've got the women and the children, but the men are standing far off. When this guy goes to the town, he goes after the men. And next thing you know, they're right there with everybody else. Then when we leave to go back to our place, he stays up there, and they stay up there for another 2 hours having a Bible study. Then he goes back the next week and the next week. And then we go to the next town and he does it there. It's something I've never been able to accomplish in this culture. And just like that, he took it over and it's just going marvelously. So I need his help down here. Here's where you come in. I don't need him 3 years from now when deputation's over. I need him now. I need him yesterday. And so I'm going to ask you to do something I don't think I've ever asked before. If you feel you can do it, would you step out on faith and support Ryan on my recommendation? I'm asking for churches to say, look, we can squeeze $50 out a month, we can squeeze 20, or we can squeeze 100, whatever. You can send it to Final Frontiers with his name, and it'll be a blessing. Why am I doing that? In 3 weeks, he's leaving to go back and start deputation. But he and his family do not want to go back. They prefer just to stay here and keep going what they've already got going. And the only way to do that is to raise his support through your pledges immediately. How much does he need? I would imagine typical missionaries here probably get about $5,000 to $7,000 or $8,000 a month. Ryan has said that he and his family can get by on $2,500 a month. And there's already a brother that's paying almost half of that. So I'm looking for $1,200 to $2,000 a month support for him right now. And that would allow him to actually be able to stay down here and not even have to go back. And you know what? He has no place to go back to. He slaughtered the ox and sacrificed the thing. He doesn't have a home to go back to. He doesn't have a job to go back to. He and his wife came here by faith, that this is where God wanted them. By faith, I want them to be able to stay. So if you can help us with support for him, I would appreciate it.
Hello, my name is Ryan. I want to introduce my family. I have my wife, Michelle.
Hello.
Then you got Rai, which is my oldest. You have Maya, she's second, Mateo, and then you got Roman, which is our last one. Roman, they want to see your muscles. You want to show them your muscles? Yeah. We've been called to the Lord to come here to Honduras and work with Brother John. This is my 7th year that I've been here, and this time I spent the whole summer here. And I've gotten to work and to learn and to grow. I have a burden for the young adults and the youth here in Honduras.
Honduras was actually my very first missions trip and also my first time out of the country at all. And ever since I came in 2018, I have really felt a burden for the Honduran people, especially the little ones.
I got the call to missions back in 2018, my first mission trip here to Honduras. And since then, I've been discipled through my church, became the missions director about 2 years ago, and I've been working in growing our missions program. And now from there, I feel like God has called me to be here and work in missions with Brother John Nelms in any way I can. So this is why we're reaching out to you with the hopes that you'll consider taking us on for support. We just need enough to get here and get to work. We have the benefit of having a seasoned missionary like Brother John Nelms that's already has something established here that we could have a foot up and be able to continue on and grow it and make it to what it is that he has envisioned for Honduras. My first thing once I get back is to start a church in Cantaranas, which most of you guys know, right there out of our feeding center, and from there expand, build an army of teenagers and young adults to be able to go preach in all these places, because we have works everywhere in Honduras, and the only thing that we're missing is we need laborers.
Good head, boy.